Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling, with Platinum versus AEW Dynamite. This is from September 8th, 2021. What can you say? Because I'm doing this a little late, we have that perspective of the ratings. 1.3 million, second most they've ever gotten, except for their debut. A demographic rating that beat Raw, meaning some people may hear that and not know what it means. I'll explain it briefly. So the people who are 18 to 49 watching this show, when they talk about the demo, that's what they're talking about. Why? Because that's the ideal number that advertisers look at. It's not really an overall picture. They're really looking at that demographic when they're assessing the value of a show. And Dynamite beat Raw. It's an incredible thing. In fact, something that I noticed that I hadn't seen anybody else talk about is NXT came in at right around 600,000. The demographic number, the ideal demo number for Dynamite came in at well over 600,000. So just the correct demographic watching Dynamite beat all of NXT. Certainly humiliating all the way around. How was Dynamite? It itself was pretty good. I mean, we're going to talk about SmackDown later on in a separate video, and SmackDown was fantastic, no doubt about it. But right now, I mean, my gosh, what can you say? We open with Malachi Black and Dustin Rhodes. They jump right into it. Dustin Rhodes gives him more of a fight than anybody else has, including Cody Rhodes. But at the end of the day, Rhodes hits that exposed ring post, hits him with the kick, gets the pin. Not the cleanest match, certainly, but at the end of the day, got the job done. Malachi Black keeps on rolling, and so it goes. So it goes. CM Punk speaks to the AEW fans. They were certainly down for that. Really, really great. You know, says hello to Linda Pillman. They set up a thing possibly in the future with Taz. Calls out every member, including Hook and Punk. I think people would be down for that. So just really good stuff. Just that star power factor. Dante Martin and Will Hobbs, which is apparently the lowest rated thing, is still 1.2 million people watching. But a really fantastic match. Really, really good stuff. I thought a couple of the spots they did were breathtakingly great. At the end, Hobbs beats Martin. And really showcasing these guys, I thought was really great. MJF talks with the cheap heatingist promo. Opinions vary. I get why they did it. But man, it was, we get it, you're a heel. So the job is done. The job is done. So the Varsity Blondes really do appear like they're ascending here. Which is a great thing. Ruby Soho against Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter, really awkward in the ring. Ruby Soho with a big-time professional cover. When she was on Jamie Hayter's shoulders and Jamie Hayter just dropped, Ruby Soho immediately covering it by covering her, I thought was a big-time pro move. At the end of it, Soho gets the win, gets attacked by Baker and Rebel, and then the save is made by Statlander and Riho. So we're going to have that 6-woman tag on Rampage. You know, people try to describe this as a solid match. It was not a good look for Hayter. Hopefully she can get it together in the 6-man. But Ruby is a star and is learning to really carry herself as a star, and that part is really great. So FTR and Sean Spears taking on the Dark Order, Evil Uno, John Silver, and Stu Grayson here. The story, of course, is dissension and a confusion amongst the Dark Order. Clearly, Adam Page is going to have to return to set this to rights. And think about this. The return of Adam Page will get, amongst this fan base, a response on par with any of the debuts that we've seen. Maybe not to that extent, but certainly there will be a great feeling when he comes back. So the Pinnacle wins, as they should. The Dark Order continues to look like they're splintering. Tay Conti and Anna Jay trying to run interference on that, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, it does feel like the Pinnacle. It's tough. I mean, Tully's going to have to really work overtime. And Tully's promos, by the way, are phenomenal tonight. He's doing the best job out of all the older guys who are managing stuff. By far, Tully really, really doing great. The Elite coming out and talking to us. Adam Cole cutting a great promo. Bryan Danielson interrupting. Jurassic Express, Christian Cage, Frankie Kazarian hit the ring. Everybody's doing beat 'em ups. It's great stuff, and they didn't overdo it. Normally, AEW would have the habit of having a bunch of these type of segments. Instead, they didn't do it, and I thought that was really great. I mean, the possibilities of what they set up, Danielson against Omega, Jurassic Express on the way up, etc., etc. John Moxley against Suzuki, a very short match, and of course, a lot has been made of them not allowing the best part of Suzuki's song to play, and that was terrible. I like the match for what it was, for sure. That bloody eye just looked brutal, brutal, brutal. Mox wins, has a big, big, big celebration at the end in his hometown. And a lot more is going to be said about this Dynamite, but I'm just going to put this up as it is, really to mark the time. This is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling.